I'm going to actually start with a little story of my own. Yeah. Because I know most people find it so hard to believe in miracles. So I want to tell you about a person I know who didn't believe in miracles at all. She's extremely rational and she calls most such things airy fairy. Basically, she's one of those people who only believes in things they can see and feel. This is my mother I'm talking about. How many of you have people like that in your family? I'm sure you have a few who are like that. Anyway, one day I happened to be on a call with Brenda and Charu, our two gurus on our masterclass today. And mom was simply sitting next to me. Yeah. Brenda and Charu and I were discussing an upcoming call at that time, and it was the first time I had spoken with them. So I wanted to know what they do and how they do it. And they said, we'll show you, you know. So they wanted someone with any type of pain. And I asked in our meeting call, but none of us had any issues. So it was good. But anyway, so I asked my mother, who was at the time trying very hard to read some Bollywood gossip on her tab. And I knew she had a really bad nerve related pain in her leg. Yeah, she'd been suffering for like 3-4 days, and she was supposed to leave for Delhi the next day. So anyway, so I asked her, would she like to try it? We were not on a video call, or I would have shown you the face she made. but she said, okay. So Charu and Brenda set out to work, and they were in Dubai. She was in Mumbai, and less than 3 minutes later, this woman of like 68, who was wincing with every step she took, was able to just get up, walk around, and be 100% pain-free. And her expression was really priceless. Yeah, it was one of those times when you see a completely rational, non-believing person sit up, eyes wide, eyebrows touching the roof, complete expression of what exactly happened here. Everyone, today's masterclass is all about seeing and believing. Yeah, are you set to experience real miracles? Are you ready to witness just how powerful and swift positive change can be? That amazing sense of freedom you get when you're able to create miracles on your own. And before we go on, I have one more thing to share. Brenda and Charu have a special bonus gift for everyone that they're going to reveal at the end of the call today. I promise you, you don't want to miss that. So stick around. And before I bring them on, are you all set? Are you all set to experience miracles in real? Give me big, big yeses again. Lots and lots of yeses. With lots of S's, lots of exclamation marks. If I could unmute everyone, I would like unmute everyone and ask you to give me a whoop. Yes. So big welcome to Brenda and Charu. It's such a pleasure to have you here and have you share with us this incredible modality you've created. Big welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
So nice to have you here. Tell us, Charu, tell us, Brenda, how you came about creating the B&C Miracle Method.
So I met Brenda in a course in Hong Kong, and when we both met, we both clicked because we were both passionate about like instant healing. And by that time, both of us had learned a lot of healing courses. So we had a lot of knowledge, and then we wanted to like create miracles in a way, like, you know, you do a healing and you see a result instantly. So that was my passion and her passion as well. So when we exchanged notes, we clicked. And I remember that incident when one time me and Brenda, we were driving together, and I told Brenda that, you know, I want to manifest like Sai Baba, where how he raises his hand and he manifests a gold chain or whatever he wishes to. And then there was a time when he was alive, he was healing 3,000 people in a day.
That's true.
Yes, yeah. So I told Brenda that we should also be able to do something like that. And in that, at that time, we both laughed but in that passion, we ended up, we experimented a lot with our knowledge. And in that passion, we ended up creating what we call now as B&C Miracle Method.
How incredible. How incredible that is. Charu, actually, I have someone and I wanted to bring them on early in the call to so everyone can understand what BNC Miracle Method is from someone who's just learned it. Yeah. So I'm going to invite Sumega. Sumega, you're on the call already, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm there.
Hi, Sumega. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
it's really a pleasure to talk about Brenda and Charu. I mean, there's not a day when I have not thanked them every day. Just as I pray to God, I think they are one of those whose name I've been taking. Like she said, they have been through, done experiments, and like the name says, B&C Miracle Healing Method. This method is really a miracle. I mean, there couldn't be any other name for this other than the miracle healing method. And it is the most simplest form. Anybody can use it. Right? I think from a person who can understand, that is maybe a 6-year-old or a 7-year-old, also till whatever, 80s, 90s, any person can use it. And this gives so much, I mean, the results you can see very immediately when the pain is there. Because that is when we believe.
Yeah,
For
true.
some chronic cases, it may take some time. But in the case where there is a pain, it was like this only when we had our first meeting with her. And on this thing itself, I took one session from her for my knee pain. For 6 months, I could not walk at all. It was 6-7 months time. And I tried allopathy, I tried acupuncture, everything. But it was just not possible. And one session I took from her, and during that session only I could fold my leg and sit for half an hour. And within that 8 or 9 minutes, which they said that the energy will be integrated and the results will come out, it had gone through. And that was the first day I slept nicely in, I think, 6-7 months time. It is only when you start experiencing, you can tell others that things have been happening. We in these things, it does not go with what is written in the notes or what is happening with others. It is generally with yourself. Also, in the other day when we had, she has the support classes also, even after the session is over. It does not, like one class of the learning, and it does not stop there. There are continuous sessions every week where there are group sessions, and in that I just made a mention that I have a lymphedema in my left arm after my breast cancer operation. And she gave one statement, and the whole group did it for me. My hand is reduced by around 1 to 2 inches that day. Like from 2007, it has, there's a difference of around 4 inches between my right arm and my left arm. But I think it was just last week we did it, or 3 weeks ago, and there's a difference of nearly 2 inches in my left arm.
That's incredible. That's
really that is one thing. I think we go to hotels, spend money, we invest in mutual funds, we invest in shares. Investing with Brenda and Charu is like investing for health. That is what I really feel.
That's true.
You know, it's a lifetime investment guaranteeing only profits and nothing else.
So sweet.
So everybody must go in for that. Everybody. That is what I feel. And really thanks to Mystic Lotus for getting me this. And really thanks to Brenda and Charu for this amazing
How wonderful. So, Megha, you learned the method quite recently, right?
Yes.
And you started practicing it yourself as well.
Yes.
How hard or how easy was it to learn for you?
No, it's very easy. It's very easy. I mean, you can't go wrong at all.
That's fantastic. Because I think most people have this thing that if I'm going to heal myself, or if I'm going to like work on myself, or if I'm going to work on somebody else, what if I make mistakes? What if I don't get it right? What if I don't? They have those things. And
no, that is why, because even I was a layman, and basically the healing method is with pendulum and charts, which they might tell you. So, you know, once out of curiosity, you try to ask 2-3 things, same question, but in 2-3 different ways, so that, you know, it is the curiosity when you start the first time when you start practicing after learning. But every time you get the same answer. There is no way that you can get any other answer. And the second part is, it is so miraculous that even if maybe your thought is somewhere while doing it, but your intention is the same, the effect, the effect is always there. And it is 100%. For chronic illness, you might have to repeat it, say 2-3 times a month, or do it constantly for 6 months time or so. Otherwise, it is instantaneous.
That's
brilliant. And this is not only for living. The other thing is, even for non-living things, you treat it as a person, like if your fridge is not working,
really,
or your property is not getting sold, or anything. Maybe even if your maid is not come today. And it is just amazing. Please, I think you must do it. And more, these are also, other things are small, but as a health investment, I think this is only profitable.
That's
I'm really grateful to both of you.
That is so beautifully put and so beautifully said, Sumega. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I want to know more about it. So I've been on Brenda and Charu's calls before, but I've never gone very deeply into understanding what the Miracle Method is truly all about. So I'm eager to know already. Thank you so much, Sumega. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So Brenda, tell us what is the modality all about? What happens? What do you address? How do you address it?
So basically the idea behind the Miracle Method is actually a very simple method. It's a very scientific method, technical. So in a way, it appeals to most everybody. So those who don't have that intuitive ability, those who cannot have that meditative state, men as well who are very logical. So it addresses it on a very technical level. We also teach it as a technical level, at a technical aspect of it, so that there is no, as you know, that airy fairy thing as well. So although you know there are a lot of things where it's very like, can you reach here in this meditative state? Can I do this? Is it happening? So by using we've developed a chart and a pendulum. We can show you pendulums. We develop our pendulums.
Oh, beautiful.
And we have a set of charts that we share. And what we do is we teach you how to work with the pendulum, and how the pendulum actually brings about change in what you in your intention. So when you join for the class, you basically learn how to use the pendulum and why the pendulum is used to create change. So even that was addressed in the class. As Sumega said, our youngest student is 16 and our oldest is 80. So if that oldest, yes, 16. Actually we have two 80 ladies who have learned, and if they can do it, then everyone can do it. There is no such thing as I can't do it. It's simple. We have 3 questions that we ask, and that's all it is. So it's the same questions, the same steps, the same process, never differs, and you get the same results. It's always the same thing.
And you can practice it on yourself as well as on others. Yeah. I mean, on others obviously, but can you practice it on yourself as well?
Yeah. So basically, what happened when we were when me and Brenda we were developing this thing. So what used to happen, like we learned so many beautiful techniques, so result oriented. But then when we met our batchmates after 2 years, most of the people said, "Oh, I stopped practicing and now I lost touch." When we developed our method, we ensured that it should be very simple. So our process, why we call it as a technique, it's like, how you start a car. So every time you start a car, you put the key inside, you start the ignition, you put the gear and accelerate, and the car runs. Yeah. So in our method, it's like a way of directly tapping into somebody's energy field by asking only 3 questions. And it's the same repetitive questions. You do that and you see a shift in a person's challenge. So that's why we call it as a technique. So it's not a meditative process. It's with the tool and the chart. So the entire operation is done on the chart. So and it's not a touch therapy. So you never touch your client because the entire operation is done on a set of charts and the pendulum with the pendulum. So it's not, because it's not a touch therapy, your client can be anywhere in the world, whether in US, Mumbai or wherever, but you can access their energy field by sitting by remotely basically.
That's quite remarkable, especially in these times when
Yes.
obviously we can't be
Yes, exactly.
close to people, we can't touch, we definitely can't travel, etc. So that's remarkable.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask, so what are the areas in which the B&C Miracle Method really works? What are the areas that it works brilliantly on?
So ideally the areas can be anything and everything. It's actually we can address pain. So pain as in leg pain, hip pain, sciatica, any pain you can say. And we've also actually done quite miraculously with tooth pain. So sometimes you think I have to go to the dentist, but we've had that very much in tooth pain as well, where we've had a client and just going through a session with the B&C Miracle Method. There has been no need for actually, root canals and all of those things.
I wish I knew this earlier.
Even the
I've had so many.
Even the latest batch that we thought there are two of them working on their teeth, and one has had this root canal for like 8 years, and she's actually not gone. I mean, needs to work on her teeth, but she's worked on it, and she's like the sensations and the sensitivity has reduced. So it works on that. Skin issues like eczema, psoriasis, and in fact, one of our clients has such a bad, one student actually with psoriasis, and she also has been doing really great on that. Any health issues, coughs, colds, normal blood pressure, all of those things. Emotional, like depression, anger, sadness, grief.
We'll come back to this. I want to know a little bit more about how B&C Miracle Method works on all these other areas as well. But I know you're very, very renowned for pain work. So I'm going to ask, in fact, we're going to take on some people who can then experience this and see how it works. I'm going to ask in our group if somebody has been experiencing pain and would they like to try this. So if everyone can just put in the chat what sort of pain you're having, and then we'll just quickly, and we'll address, I know a whole bunch of people have been asking about other issues. We'll address those as well. We'll come back. Okay. I know you've had some really fantastic work you've done some really fantastic work with sciatica pains as well. Brenda, Charu, I've seen your testimonials on that. Okay, let's, shall we unmute? Okay, I'm going to try to scroll and see. Okay, can we unmute Tina? Tina, I'm going to request you to unmute yourself. You should be able to. Tina, can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi, Tina.
Yes, I can.
Tina, can you turn on your video?
Hi.
We love to see everyone.
Okay, fine. Just a second.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, you're very pretty. You should always keep your video on.
Thank you.
Tell us, Tina, tell us.
Right now I'm suffering from knee pain and anxiety.
Okay.
Due to lockdown, I'm not able to go out and move out. And so being at home, I'm quite anxious about the situation going on.
Can understand.
Okay. So both the knees are hurting? Or
no, left knee.
Okay. And so how bad is your pain? 10 being worst and 0 means no pain. So how do you rate your pain?
1.
1.
It
so
is
that's
not that bad. Light pain.
Slight pain.
Can we have someone who has like a pain of 8 or 9 or 10, like, because then with one you don't really see a difference.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Tina.
Okay.
We like you won't
Yeah,
see
no
change
issues.
also.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a very dull pain, like, even if it is.
Okay. Preeti and Pooja, we can take. Can we take both people on?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
Preeti, Preeti Vichivora, and Pooja Manglik. And Tina will come back on anxiety for you, yeah, because we'll take on some anxiety as well later. We'll come back.
Can I talk?
Hi, Preeti.
Hi, Preeti.
Hi. I have been having a knee pain since 5 years after my menopause. And it hurts, especially when I get up from sitting, when I'm getting up. Not continuously, but when I get up, it hurts a lot. And while climbing stairs and all.
Both the knees?
Yeah, both the knees.
So at this point of time, you have pain in your knees?
Yeah, 8 on the scale of 8.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. And who's the other one? Ruchira?
Pooja Manglik. Pooja, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, hi everyone.
Pooja. So tell me, what's your issue?
I have this arthritis sort of pain in my palm and fingers,
Okay.
fingers of hands. And I have swelling also most of the time, upper palm and the fingers. Basically uric acid बढ़ा हुआ है.
Okay.
तो उसकी वजह से I have pain, lot of pain. इस टाइम तो 7 के स्केल पे है, but डेली पूरे टाइम almost 10 के स्केल पे होती है.
Okay. So on both the hands, right?
In both the hands.
Both the fingers. All the fingers.
All the fingers, yes.
Okay, fine.
So I worked on Preeti. It shows 3 minutes for energy to integrate. So we wait for 3 minutes. Meanwhile, if you want to take one more caller, we can quickly address that.
Yeah, we had quite a few people who had said actually an 8 and a 9. I'm just going to quickly go through. Nagalakshmi said left heel pain 8. Nagalakshmi, would you be able to unmute yourself?
Yeah. Yes.
Hi, Nagalakshmi.
Hi.
Tell us about.
Yeah, I'm having left heel pain. While walking, it hurts a lot.
Okay.
Right is very less. So it's not like maybe 1, but left is very.
How much is on a scale of 10? How much do you rate it?
8.
So I also finished mine, Regina. So that also will take about 5 minutes to change.
Okay.
So,
would you like to take on one more person?
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Throw it at me.
I'm just looking through. Mirka says cervical spondylosis pain in the thigh bone. I didn't know you could have spondylosis
Yeah,
pain.
I know that.
Mirka, can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Mirka.
Let me just turn my video on. Yeah.
Hi, Mirka.
Hi.
Tell us, is this quite a bad pain?
The cervical spondylosis, of course, it comes on and goes off, but when it does, it's really bad. So if I say it on a scale of 1 to 10, it's almost, I think it's a 9.
Right now?
Right now, not, but it could just come on any time. But there is a permanent, like in the past few months, what I've experienced is that my thigh bones, they've become very stiff and painful. So, you know, like if you're like earlier, I could do certain exercises with ease and all that, which now I find that I just can't move that, you know, it's become very tight and it's very painful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so how stiff and how stiff is it on a rating of 1 being, you know, stiff and no, sorry, 10 being the highest, not able to move?
Then I'd say about maybe 7.5 or 8. It's quite good.
All right, cool. So this is which, both the thighs or just one?
Both.
I just want to highlight Charu, Brenda. Preeti's already written in the chat that her knee pain has reduced to 3.
So from 8 to 3. Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. Very
That's
good.
fantastic, Preeti. That's really, really awesome. Preeti, would you like to, Brenda, can I take Preeti on? Yeah. Preeti, will you unmute yourself and tell us how you're feeling?
Yeah. Completely, for a minute, I thought the pain has gone and something was coming from my solar. I mean, releasing my anxiety and all. And now when I got up, suddenly there's no pain at all.
How fabulous.
On the left side, little bit pain is there, but I'm really surprised. Superb.
That's amazing.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. And how long this will last, that is important. How long?
They'll just tell you, but from my experience, I can tell you it doesn't come back.
Wow.
From my own experience, I can tell you I suffer from back pain. I used to suffer from back pain quite often. And then I took a session. The lockdown was on and I couldn't go for physiotherapy and I couldn't get up from the bed. I was like completely flattened out. And I took a session and it has not come back. It's been like 4 or 5 months and I've done all kinds of exercises and everything else and it's not strained my back or not, the pains never come back.
Is this related to my stress? Can I ask?
So we'll dive into that soon.
So now, sorry, I was in the middle of Lakshmi's demo session. So regarding your question, so what we have done is just to explain to all the listeners. So basically, what is pain telling you? In our language, there is a life is all about being in the flow. So whenever we are not in the flow is where a challenge happens. So in your knees, there is the flow of energy is obstructed. And what obstructs the flow of energy is always emotions. So there is some emotion that was stuck there. In this demo session, we don't tell you the emotion, but when we do a full session, we tell you what was actually stuck there. So what we did with Miracle Method, which is only like asking 3 questions. So if you see, we didn't even spend 2 minutes or we spend less than 2 minutes. So what we did was we just cleared the emotion that was stuck there. And the moment there is flow of energy, you feel the shift.
Yeah.
So
I felt something is coming out from my solar and everything is released. That was wonderful. I'm feeling so fresh.
I'm happy.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Good for you.
And Preeti, you had a little bit of anxiety as well. That also went away, right?
Yeah.
For anxiety, obviously, she felt good because the pain went. So that pain itself creates so much anxiety in a person. But for anxiety, usually a full session is what heals it.
Okay.
But we don't know what we are anxious, what stress we have because.
But we know it's anxiety. So usually you don't know, but when we dip into your energy field, we figure out what is it, what is the emotion. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Most welcome.
And Charu.
Remarkable.
Thank you.
We can check for the heel pain. Although it said 5 minutes, but I'm sure.
Nagalakshmi, Mirka. Nagalakshmi, can you unmute yourself?
Yes.
Great. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I am checking whether it is my leg previously having pain or not.
Oh, that's fantastic. How awesome. It is. I've experienced this before, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes.
So heel pain is very troublesome because, it limits our freedom. So
Yes.
Sure, heel pain is like knee still we can, manage, but heel, oh my God.
Yes. Thank you very much. It's
How
simply superb.
How wonderful. Thank you so much, Nagalakshmi.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm so glad that you can experience it because when you experience something like this for yourself, you want everyone else to experience it as well.
Yeah, I felt some energy flow and then pain. When it gone also, I couldn't realize.
How lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mirka, how are you doing?
Actually, before that I had Pooja. You can check with Pooja.
Pooja, I'll just ask you to unmute yourself. Pooja, can you unmute yourself? Pooja, can you hear us? I know I can see her.
Unmuted herself yet.
Yeah, she can see us as well. There we go.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, Pooja.
हाँ जी बीच में कॉल आ गया था so I was not there for 1 minute.
Okay.
How are you feeling, Pooja?
बहुत कम है हाथों में पेन पहले मतलब पूरे दिन तो it's so worse that I can't even hold a glass of water sometimes, a jug of water. It is so painful and swelling. But अभी कम थी, around 6 to 7 की scale पे थी, तो अब तो काफी कम है.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Most welcome, Pooja. Most welcome.
Thank you,
Pooja.
We can check with Mirka as well.
I'm just going to request her to unmute. Mirka, I've sent you a request to unmute.
Yeah. Right. I at the moment don't feel any change. I was trying to see if I'm feeling a difference, but at the moment there's not a change in the pain levels.
Thigh bone stiffness. Yeah.
Sickness will go, but it will take time to integrate.
So maybe
Okay.
after 5-10 minutes, drink some water and
Okay.
maybe walk as well, and then check.
Okay.
Although you had, I mean, I just finished, so you had like, we do check willingness to give up your issue, and you
Okay.
had like 0% to actually let go of whatever you were going through.
Oh, okay.
So you're a little bit attached to it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And not so good.
Yeah, so we'll wait for about 10-15 minutes and we'll come back to you. Drink some water,
Drink
just
some
walk
water.
around,
Okay.
and just this awareness also that your willingness to let go of it and see change can
Okay.
bring about more changes for you as well.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
Most welcome. Yeah.
Thanks, Brenda. Thanks, Charu. We'll come back to Mirka soon. I wanted to actually bring in someone else who's learned the miracle method from you. I'm going to ask Neelu. Neelu, are you here? I think I just saw her. Ah, there we go. Hi, I can see her waving already. Hi, Neelu.
Hi, hi.
Hi, Neelu.
Hey, Brenda, Charu. So
Neelu,
long.
tell
It's
us.
been so long since I saw you two, Brenda, Charu. we were just on a call on a group session together like just a day ago, 2 days ago. So that was just an internal joke. Yes, Ruchira.
Neelu, you just learned the B&C Miracle Method, right?
Yes, yes.
Tell us what was your experience learning it, how are you using it now, and what are the shifts that you've seen having learned it for yourself? What are the shifts that you've seen in your life in those you've practiced it on?
Yeah, absolutely. There's so much that is possible to share. In fact, just like Sumega, I think said earlier on, it's very easy to learn, super easy to learn. I've learned 2 levels, and learning level 2 amplified the work that I'm able to do with it. Right at the beginning, just with level 1, like the same day when I had done it, somebody's ankle pain went from not pain, acute like nagging little spot of pain went from a 4 to a 0, and
Wow.
someone's very chronic a bit of a spot on the shoulder that's been chronic went from a 9 to 6 in just like that one setting. And this is just at level 1 and just starting out. So it's super easy to learn, super fast to use. It's not something that you have to practice every day for like an hour, 2 hours, and you got to do it for 30 days before you can start implementing it. The moment you learn, you can start off. I've had personal sessions with both Brenda and Charu, and the results have been instantaneous. Personally, I've done the work on myself, on other people. There's this beautiful immunity booster protocol that Brenda and Charu had set up for COVID specifically. So I ran that for myself, for my family. One of my family members, like the very next day, said, "What you did? What have you done? Why am I so supercharged?" I'm like, "It happened." And in fact, the ankle thing that I'm talking about was for my son, and he was like, "What you did? What did you just do right now? You show me what you did." I said, "No, leave the room."
Like a cat of secrets.
Yeah.
I have a tool that can even make you quiet.
So that's this is just in like a tiny nutshell, and it's Brenda and Charu, amazing teachers. Like from the get-go, they're super organized. Way before your class, you get all your material, your chart, your pendulum, and the moment I got mine, I was like, when is Vi's class starting 10 days later? I want to know what to do with this thing. And so yeah, and they're amazing to have as teachers. They will answer all your questions, and like I said, super easy to use, and every day don't want to do every day, don't do. Want to do once in 2 days, do. Completely in your hands. Oh, and as Samega said, that there is a lot of post-learning work that also happens. They have support groups, and there is one particular group where there is a lot of money work that goes on. So where the entire group gets on together, and the intentions are set out by Brenda and Charu, depending on whatever is coming up and things. And with that, we've had it happening weekly, and from the time that certain intentions were set, I've had continuous receivings happening since then, from food gifts to cash gifts, unexpected payments for a session done. So yeah, like I said, I can go on and on and on. If there's anything specific you want to ask me, tell me. I'll be happy to.
No, sounds so awesome. And I know there are a bunch of questions that have been privately sent to me as well. I would love to learn, and how many levels there are. So we're going to ask Brenda and Charu to explain a little bit about that soon. Thank you so much, Neelu. Thank you for coming on and sharing your experience.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you, Brenda and Charu.
I'm glad you're enjoying it as well. Awesome.
Thoroughly. And everyone listening to this, you guys, you got to take it on. And I'm sure Brenda and Charu have something super planned for you. Don't miss the opportunity.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Thanks. Thank you.
Charu, Brenda, there are a bunch of questions also about, so I'm going to quickly ask these from our audience. People are asking about how it works does it work on, like, body rash and things like that? Does it work on things that are on other health issues as well?
Yeah, it works on everything. It works on, let's say, abundance issues. So it works on money, career, job, promotion, getting a job, enhancing your career. It works on relationships. So you can work on relationships with spouse, with parents, with children. It works on phobias. So we've had, fear of flying, fear of whatever. So it works on phobias. Yes, it works on skin. We address like people have like very chronic psoriasis and things like that. Yeah. And actually they have had so much relief from that. We've been starting to work with people with cancer as well. And not that we've had, eradicating cancer in the body. But the way I look at it is like it gives them relief from chemotherapy. It gives them relief from the pain they go through. It clears their programs. It clears whatever they need, to have that solace and whatever, that peace of mind, at least. So it works on that. We've had autistic.
That peace of mind, I'm sure, helps in building and fighting against the disease as well.
Yeah. Somebody just wrote about cerebral palsy. So medically, there is no cure for these things because medical science says that the neurons don't regenerate. So if there is a brain damage, then it's irreversible. But that's not true. We have done it and our students have done it. And we teach that in our course. So we teach you how to regenerate your neurons as well. So liver cirrhosis, people are writing, yes, all these things, kidney issues we can address very well.
Okay, there's a bunch of other things that people have spoken about: insomnia, weight. Does it work on weight as well?
We basically, if anybody who wants to work on weight, we work on exercise and motivation to exercise as the first route to put them on to this, and it takes two to tango, as they say. So you in weight, especially, any other thing, no. But in weight, we have to work together. So you have to work on, emotional, you work on my daughter was getting married about 2 years ago and I really needed to reduce some weight. So I did a session and said I actually want, I realized I have to work on exercise. So what I did was we worked on a session. And then we said, okay. And we also because we work with the pendulum and we have accuracy with, time and minutes and this. So asked how many, I thought 20 minutes is okay for me. I don't want to do more than 20. And I just have a 20-minute. But actually, the pendulum said when we asked how long should I exercise for, it came like 45, 46 minutes.
Oh.
And it was so interesting. And then I got in, somebody told me, why don't you go for this yoga class? And how long is the yoga class, Ruchira?
45 minutes.
and actually that shaped up my body. Not that I lost weight, but I actually means I shaped up and I saw my food because I was starting to shape and feeling better. I ate better and I looked gorgeous after that.
Basically, if you think only by miracle method you can lose weight, that will not happen. It goes hand in hand. If you eat well and exercise and then you use miracle method, then only the weight goes down. That's our experience.
The other thing, where all other diseases concerned, the other person does not need to be there. The person does not need to know. We can do distance treatments on loved ones. It works on anything. So like the limitation is only in the mind. We've had people who worked on the dead trees and that tree has grown. We've had people who have worked on their burners that are not working and that has worked.
Oh, wow.
We have people who when asked the working of their fridge, the fridge is not working. What am I going to do? So they worked on the fridge. So really, if that can work, then I think anything can work. So as I always tell people, the limitation is in the mind. And actually in our last class, there was this lady, her daughter went to her and said, my football team is going to lose. And if they lose, they're going to be out of the tournament. So can you do something? So she took out her charts and did whatever. And that team won.
Wow.
So,
this is done by our students.
Yeah, and by students, yeah. So this is how
gosh.
it awesomely works. So the limitation is only in our mind. It can do anything and everything. We've done coma, we've done, cerebral palsy where the doctors have said that the child is not going to walk and the mother's wish was only to walk. And we achieved that for that mother. So yeah, we've done some pretty cool stuff. Some nice, awesome miracles.
That's amazing. Brenda, I have somebody who's also asking about, and this question I had for you already, in fact. Thanks, Romlin, for reminding me to ask. You speak about how you actually don't require permission from the person. And you can still... so Romlin's asking, if there is an emotional attachment, how is that released without the person's permission?
Yeah, so basically when we teach you how to remove the attachment to the issue, because obviously most of the time almost 100% I should say, it's like, there is some attachment to the issue itself. So you actually don't want to get rid of the challenge that you are facing at a subconscious level. So we have a system of releasing that. And regarding permission, so see, in spirituality, there is no constitution. Like every country has a constitution and everybody follows that. So me and Brenda, we don't like to scare our students by putting that permission business in mind that, oh, you have to take permission. No, it's like, so we give in the class, we give you a guideline and we ask you to make your own constitution. Like, okay, these are the ethics to be followed. So you don't need any permission to heal your loved ones. However, you don't start healing your neighbor, that my neighbor is fighting, let me heal them. Oh, my colleague, she's in so much in pain. So we discuss this in the class. So actually in our method, frankly speaking, there is no permission that is required. But we do talk about ethics in the class.
That's quite interesting to look at it from an ethical point of view rather than look at boundaries or permissions. That's quite interesting. Brenda, Charu, I wanted to understand, you had spoken about this concept of issue and tissue. I wanted to understand a little bit about that. And before we go into it, sorry, just one quick message to everyone. I want everyone to remember there is that big surprise at the end of the call that Brenda and Charu are going to reveal for everyone who's on the call. So stick around. Don't miss that. Definitely don't miss that. Neelu already spoke a little bit about it and she almost gave it away, but we're going to reveal it at the end of the call. Okay. All right. Yes, Brenda, tell us.
So basically talking about emotions, and what we said was we check what the emotion is, and what we find is we release the emotions. So basically we are by nature emotional creatures. We are born to express our emotions freely, but we as from young maybe have been told or learned that, you know, we shouldn't express our anger, we shouldn't cry. If you're a boy, you can't cry. If you're you know, a lady, you should be, you know, don't express you know, any energies of anger, or, you know, be humble and things like that. So what happens is when we aren't able to express our emotion, it actually basically gets stored in our body.
Okay.
Because that emotion has to go out somewhere. So ideally, I don't know if you've seen animals. So animals, when they get stressed, or when they do, they shake their whole body, and they actually release all that stress. So there's actually no emotion in it. So we should really shake more, actually.
Yeah, actually my dog does that. She does this big furr like that.
Yeah,
Shakes her whole,
exactly.
and there
And
are
that's
times
what
when
they're
I
doing.
feel
They're releasing their stress, and then they're just the same. They go back to that same loving, loving aspect of themselves. But what happens with us? We store that that emotion. So let's say, for example, I am angry. So I have two options. I can express my anger and shout and scream. But then if I'm trained like can't do it, or I shouldn't do it, or it's wrong to do that, or maybe I just get too rude to express my anger, I'll store it. And so I can store it in my liver. Generally, the liver and the gallbladder take the emotion of anger, and they store that, the anger, in the liver and gallbladder. So imagine I'm not expressing myself for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And what happens? The body is unable to take the storing anymore. So it fights back. It goes into whatever tension it wants to, and it says, sorry, no more, you can't do this to me anymore. So guess what? Then we have some liver, fatty liver, some liver something, or some gallbladder stones, or, you know, all these aspects of what come as dis and ease. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And so what we do is, so then what we do is, in the basis of B&C Miracle Method, is like to find the emotion. And when we find the emotion, we release the emotion. So in actual, we are addressing the issue from the emotional aspect. So pain, any chronic stuff is all addressed from the emotional aspect.
Okay.
So what we can do is, for some of the listeners, if you would like to find out what they, you know, like, we're not going to do session or any clearance, but we can just say, okay, somebody, I saw insomnia or some pain, or whoever we haven't taken, we can just find out what emotion is behind that.
Triggering that.
Yeah. And so what happens is, when I have an awareness of what my emotion is, 50% of healing takes place.
Only by awareness.
Only by awareness.
That's awesome. It's
Yeah.
absolutely awesome. Yeah, absolutely. My goodness, I will never say no to seeing how miracles happen. Okay, shall I ask everyone in the group, tell us what kind of problems you are, what kind of challenges you have, and let's see what emotion is linked to it. You can just type it in the chat window, and I'll raise it. Okay. Lower back pain. That's a really common issue that I think a lot of people face. So I'm talking about, tell us about any physical issues that you have. Like whether it is, you know, a pain, or if it's diabetes, or if it's a liver problem, or it's a heart disease, or it's or insomnia, things like that. Asthma, yeah, that's That's one as well. Asthma. Harinder says tinnitus. What is tinnitus?
So ringing in the ears.
Paraplegia. I'm seeing kidney issues, allergies.
So let's pick up.
Let's pick up somebody.
Okay.
I mean, you can just name 2, 3, like 3, 4 people, and we can actually.
Okay. Harinder, would you like to come on? I'm just going to try and see if I can find him and unmute.
I think Romlin also asked for something, which was I saw.
You can unmute. Harinder, can you unmute yourself? Ah, there. Harinder.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi, Harinder.
Hi, Harinder.
Hello.
So what is your...
Harinder, tell us what you had mentioned, I think, tinnitus, right? And I'll just ask Romlin to unmute herself as well.
Hi, Romlin.
Hello.
I saw some strong message there, so I was just wondering, what is it then?
I just love what you were saying with regard to the emotional connections, and how I heard it is that we don't really need the permission because we go to the higher self, which goes to God.
Yeah.
And you were speaking, I felt this, how what we need now is unconditional love, and people who have the feeling of depression that leads to suicide, which is something that in my family just recently. So if we could just send unconditional love, people
so how could we do something for your grief?
I'm sorry?
How could we do something for your grief?
What can you do?
Yeah.
I just love.
No, she's saying, how about we doing something for your grief?
Thank you. Yes, I would. Thank you. I receive that. I accept that.
All right. Okay. So in the meantime, Harinder can say what's the issue, and we can just tell. I can do wrong.
Yeah, you can do wrong. So Ruchira, you can bring in someone else.
Harinder.
Harinder, yeah. So what your issue is, Harinder? I can't hear her somehow.
Yeah.
So can we bring in someone else? And she can type in actually.
Yeah, Harinder, you can type what you were, what you wanted us to address. And let me see.
Oh, okay, tinnitus. She has tinnitus.
Yeah. Okay, Lubina says multiple sclerosis. I think sclerosis is what she means. Lubina, can you unmute yourself?
Hi.
Hi, Lubina.
Yeah, multiple sclerosis. I was not wearing my specs, so I don't know what happened.
No problem, no problem.
So sorry for that. Yeah, multiple sclerosis can be healed with this because I don't have this problem. My sister has, and the doctor says it cannot be. It will not go 100%, and she's lost vision in one of her eyes.
Oh gosh. Okay, well,
yes. Yeah. So this is like a chronic issue, and it can be addressed. And for such people, usually we encourage someone in the family to learn Miracle Method, because it cannot be addressed in like few sessions. It has to be a long-term work, like almost like one session every 2 weeks for next 3 months, something like that.
Okay.
And within no time, like I'm not saying that you have to wait for 3 months, but within no time, you will start seeing the shifts.
Okay, but it works 100%. She'll be able to see after that.
100% there will be shift, 100%.
Okay.
But the shifts will, in such cases, is little slow, like how we showed shift in pain. This is like an instant. But in multiple sclerosis and these type of cases, the shift is little slow. So if you learn, then we can guide you, and then you will start seeing the shifts 100%. 100%.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So for Harinder, I just checked. the reason for her tinnitus. So I asked the most primary emotion, and it showed me some trauma in the womb. So she had, the issue originated actually due to some trauma in while she was in her mother's womb. But it takes that many years for the disease to manifest. So basically, when we clear, we find the emotion and we clear it from the root.
Okay. Arinda, you heard that? I can see her nodding. Okay. Thanks, Charu. Thanks. Should we ask Romlin how she is?
Yeah.
Romlin, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling, I just want to thank you so much. I'm feeling much more ease.
Most
Thank you.
welcome, Romlin.
Feeling much hugs. To both of you and everyone, thank you for holding space.
Most welcome.
Most welcome.
Big, big hug, Romlin.
Profound healing. I really want to learn this modality. Thank you so much.
Most welcome.
Most welcome.
Thank you.
Want to pick up a few?
Priyanka.
So in the chat box, I can see Priyanka said old severe migraine. So I'll quickly tell her emotion as well.
We had also asked Lubaina, we answered her, I think, the multiple sclerosis. Yeah.
Then Bhavna has, Mehta has eye pain, so I can actually check on that.
Okay. I just want to tell everyone while Brenda and Charu are working that there are two things that we're going to be talking about on this call. One is, of course, learning the B&C Miracle Method and applying it for issues in your family and your friends. And if you want to practice it professionally as well, Brenda and Charu will share with us what their course constitutes and how long it is and all the other details soon. And they also have, of course, session packages that they're going to share with us at the end of the call that you could take to address some issues. But it's usually always, I think, better, as Sumegha had pointed out right in the beginning of the call, to just learn it so that you can practice it whenever, wherever, and with everyone around you as well. So that no matter what type of health issue, other issues, relationships, career, money comes up, you have this powerful tool to that you know already that you can apply and be in the flow, as Charu says.
So Ruchira, I checked for Priyanka Seth, who wrote about old severe migraine.
Mm-hmm.
And her, so basically the main emotion linked to her migraine in her energy field is bitterness. So this emotion might be playing in her life or might not be playing in her life, but it's sitting in her energy field and is linked to her migraine.
Oh. Hello? That's okay.
Issue in the tissue, as we call it.
Issue in the tissue.
So for Bhavna, she had eye pain. So the eye pain, would you want to unmute her and bring her online? So it's nice to talk to people.
Bhavna, can you unmute yourself? Let me just find out. Bhavna, I think Bhavna Mehta, right? Let me just see if I can.
Come on.
Yeah. Hi, Ruchira.
Hi, Bhavna.
Hi, Brenda and Charu.
Hi, Bhavna.
Thank you so much.
Most welcome. So basically, I checked for the eye pain, and that is due to anger and feeling of abandonment.
Okay.
So I don't know how that plays out in your life, but maybe if it's anger and that's accurate, then use another way to release anger, like, you know, take a pillow and punch it. Or learn the B&C Miracle Method, which is as easy as you know, punching pillows and feeling of abandonment. So I don't know how that's playing out in your life as well. So you can.
Yeah, that's true. True.
Awesome.
Yeah, anger along with some ego and
Thank you for showing up and acknowledging. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
Bhavna.
Thank you.
I
God
think
bless
anger
you.
and ego go along for many of us.
Yeah, yeah. But then I would like to ask regarding a abandonment, what was it like?
Abandonment, feeling of abandonment. So either someone abandons you, or you abandon a job, you abandon somebody. So abandonment in however it plays.
Okay.
It plays both ways. You abandon people and people abandon you. It's like a double-edged knife. So, every emotion always plays both ways.
Okay.
So you
Like
attract that and you do that to the others.
So is it like it's not that I have not been acknowledged for something what I've done? Does that also relate to same?
Yeah.
For my doings when I'm not acknowledged?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank
In
you.
a sense, they've abandoned you.
Yes, that makes sense. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome.
And how do I work on that, as you said?
You can learn, you can take a session, or you can just have awareness and see how that changes for you. If you don't want to do any of that, it's just awareness for you.
3 choices: learn, take session, or process yourself by the information.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you.
Thanks, Bhavna.
So, Ruchira, Leanne's mom, I just checked in the. So, Leanne wrote
okay.
about her mom for her leg ulcer.
Okay, Leanne, Leanne Winner, could you unmute yourself?
Means her back pain.
Hi,
Hello?
Leanne.
Hi.
Hi, Leanne.
Hello?
Yes, Leanne, are you going to come with
Hello,
the
can you
video?
hear me?
We can hear you.
Oh, wonderful.
Could you turn on your video?
Hello?
We can still hear you, Leanne.
Okay.
We can't see you yet.
Hello?
Okay, can you hear us, Leanne?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so you wrote about your mom for her leg ulcer.
Yes.
So she is running 2 emotions that are creating this issue, which is hate of self and blocks to acceptance.
Because of Corona and she's stuck at home and I won't let her out.
She's stuck at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's
She
80
isn't able to
something.
accept what you have told her. So maybe you can just
No,
allow
she doesn't
her
want
garden.
Okay, wonderful.
Most welcome.
I've also done for Rumi and her back pain.
Rumi, I'm just going to look through. Rumi, there's Rumi.
Hello.
Hi, Rumi.
Yeah,
What a
hi.
beautiful name.
Thank you. My father was a fan of Bhumi, so he kept my name. So yes, my problem is lower back pain. So it comes off and on. So I couldn't make out the reason.
So the reason for yours is negativity. So either you're susceptible to negative energy, like negative intrusions into your energy field, or you could possibly think negative at that time, and that's the reason of your back pain coming and going.
So as a healer, like I have learned some modalities. So negativity of others can be caught by me. Is it the reason? Because as it is, I don't have any negativity.
Yeah, so we need to, so basically negative energy can come through anything, through not only your healing, it could be coming through thoughts, it could come people jealous of you, it could be you walk into malls, you could walk into hospitals. So negative energy can be caught through various methods, not only done by people on you. It can be your own thoughts as well. You know, when we think negative, like, oh, I'm not good enough, sort of like that, can also be a negative thinking of ourselves.
I see.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Most welcome.
Love both of you. Seriously.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rumi.
So
Thank you.
Shall we share with them what we can, what our packages and
Yeah,
because a lot
yeah.
of people are asking
Yeah,
to learn.
tons of people asking
And I
about it.
mean, we can go on with, we can go all day with, demos. So we can do some more demos later. And of course, we don't want to miss out on their bonus because
Yeah, yeah,
we're
definitely.
keeping them hanging on too long.
Definitely. Yeah, please do share, Brenda and Charu, tell us what all you cover in the B&C Miracle Methods level 1 and 2, and then you can share with us.
Yeah, just share my screen.
Yeah, you can share. It's already.
Yeah. So basically, the first part of it is healing sessions. So our usual healing session is 12,000 rupees. But for today, it's a special price is 7,500, which is a 37% saving of 4,500.
Okay, I'll just request the team to put the US dollar prices as well in the chat window. So that's 115 US dollars for one personal session.
Correct. And so people were asking about chronic issues and things like that. So sometimes with chronic issues, you need 3 sessions to 5 sessions, depending on the severity of the issue. Like we honestly, our vision and our passion is that every house is a healer, B&C Miracle Method healer. And generally I liken our method as, it's your medicine cabinet. It's like, we all have our medicine cabinet. And I would like, we have Crocin and balm and Vicks and a muscle relaxant and I don't know what else we have, And I would like to see that as going into people's home, like, to have that addition to their medicine chest. So having, learning this method and using this method can be quite awesome. So for people with chronic issues, we recommend 3 to 5 sessions. So a 3 session cost is generally 36, but we're giving a 50% bonus, and the special price is 18,000. And I think
fantastic.
You
My
can
goodness.
dollars, or I hope somebody's putting it in dollars.
Yeah, so it's 274 US dollars for 3 personal sessions. And that's 18,000 rupees.
Then we have the 5 session cost, which is the normal costing is 60,000, and the special price for today is 25. So a savings of 35,000 rupees, which is a 58% saving.
That's massive. My goodness. And the beauty of this, I know, Brenda and Charu, because I think I bought your sessions during the Love and Health Tele Summit and managed to use them over time. Because the beauty of it was you buy 5 sessions, you don't have to use all of it together. If something got healed quickly, which it does, if something got resolved quickly, you can use that remaining session later as well. So it's a nice little bank to have of sessions with Brenda and Charu.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's 5 personal sessions for 25,000 rupees or 381 US dollars. There's also in the chat window, you'll see all the payment links that the team has put up. If there are any payment issues, any issues you're facing in the payment process, you can get in touch with Amrish on 9820342288. Yeah, his number is there on the chat window. And you can also download Telegram if you're not on Telegram already, and join the Telegram group, because Brenda and Charu are going to be around today and tomorrow to answer any questions you may have. You want to check if you have a certain issue and how the B&C Miracle Method can work on it, whether it can work on it, etc. You want to check with them before, you can do that too. Yeah. So the Telegram link, it's best to open from your phone, because if you're on Zoom on the computer and you're trying to click through on Telegram, it can be tricky.
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
So then we have the training program. So the training program is the B&C Miracle Method, level 1. And this is what we covered in our topic for level 1. We talk about the energy, the conscious and the subconscious mind, how the pendulum works, how to use the pendulum correctly, and how we use the pendulum for clearing our issues, and how time itself plays a factor in our life. And we work on limiting patterns and thoughts that affect our subtle bodies, auras, chakras, in a sense, where someone was asking about auras and things like that.
Yeah.
And of course, you get the B&C Miracle Method, the technique, which is that mutual fund, I would say.
That's true.
And what do you, obviously, everyone's going to say, what can I do from this? Like, if I learn, what am I going to be able to do? So you can do a session for yourself, for others. You work on health, money manifestation, relationships, property, plants, pets, businesses, good grades, anything. So basically, anything that you would like to, you can work on. And how is the course going to be? It's going to be a Zoom call, 6 hours. What do you get with the course? You get a pendulum. It's a beautiful pendulum, I've got to say, especially handcrafted by us. So Charu and me handcraft our pendulums. And we have 5 charts, which is you get the Miracle Method chart, present life chart, a past life chart, emotional, something where you know, like we were finding emotion. So you also get an emotion chart. It's a basic one, but it's sufficient. A fear chart where you can address what your fears are, and also to do limiting ancestral beliefs and patterns. So something that comes to the generation. And then the best part of it is IPHM certified. So basically, what does IPHM stand for? So it's the International Practitioners of Holistic Medicine. And what it means that this course is a guaranteed of its quality, of its expertise, and it's gone through a board of meetings, and they've checked the, you know, the quality and the content of our course material. And when you have this certificate, you can work anywhere. It's like a certificate of completion, and it has its, you know, credibility. So you can actually work anywhere and use this as in a professional way as well. And you become a qualified practitioner once you learn only level 1 method. And you can start charging as well once you start learning level 1. And in level 2, we as we talked about, our method is very scientific, and we bring in the theories of Big Bang theory and black hole and white hole. And Charu is a big fan of Tesla and Stephen Hawking. So we bring in their theories and how it impacts our energy, and how we actually came about all of this. And you learn different types of negativities that exist, and how they can invade your field, and how negative energy actually, you know, invades your energy field and blocks you. So generally, people with chronic stuff, where they sick with, you know, pain, financial issues, relationship issues, generally negative energies are blocking them. And once you learn to clear them, actually life becomes so much easy. They go into that flow base. So what will you learn to clear for yourself and others? You learn to clear lethal negative energies, curses, contracts, entities, psychic attacks, open portals, spirit possession, vampire energy, implants, black magic, and all the rest. Whatever you can think of, you can do. We teach you all of this, like I know people can cringe and say, I don't want to do that. But you know, we teach it in such a safe method that it doesn't impact you. But actually you have a tool where you can actually empower yourself, because mostly we found most issues, most stuff is actually is because of negative energy. You don't move because of negative energy. And the course is a Zoom call, 6 hours. You get more charts additional, and again it's IPHM certified. So now shall we tell them?
Yeah.
Is everyone waiting?
Everyone's waiting. How long does it take to do the course, Brenda?
It's a 6 hour class. Both of them are 6 hour class.
So 6 hours each?
Yes, yeah. And generally level 1, level 2 can be done after a week, after 2 weeks, or like whenever we have our next class, we basically, I mean, we are announcing them for the weekend, to one weekend after another, but anybody can do them later as well.
So we recommend mostly people to learn level 1 and 2, and I always tell people, give me 2 days of your life and I will teach you something so self-empowering that you will never feel helpless in your life.
That's incredible. So it's 6 hours. Pooja is asking if it's 6 hours in one go. So that is basically 2 days, 6 hours on each day, right?
Yeah, so we'll be coming to the breakup. We'll explain about the class.
Okay.
We'll just talk about what the cost is. So level 1 for the first 10 registrations only. So get it in quickly. It's 22,000. You get the bonuses of 5 money manifestation groups. And this is where, if you heard that testimonial of Neelu where she started receiving money, and actually most people in the group had such a big resistance to receive and ask and do sessions, and we told them now start doing paid plans. So they're starting to do paid plans, where they haven't. And 5 group calls for parents. So what we find is that our parents are our loved ones, and if there's any worry we have with our parents, then basically they actually we being able to do their sessions, we can actually basically look after them. So we basically do 5 group calls for parents. The regular price is basically 40,000, and we have a total savings and benefits of 18,000. So this is where it's level 1. And level 1 and 2, if you learn level 1 and 2, it's for the first 10 registrations, 42,000. And we have 10 money manifestations, 5 group calls, and 3 for parents, and 3 health group. And the regular price is 78,000, and the total benefits is like 36,000.
So I'll just repeat that for level 1 and 2.
Yeah, so we do level 1.
So level 1 for first 10 buyers only, that's $335 US and 22,000 rupees. The links are there in the chat window, so you can get in there quickly and start availing, because this is only for the first 10 people. So the faster you get in, and I know that some people have started transactions already, I can see. So get in there. Levels 1 and 2, also for the first 10 buyers only, it's 42,000 rupees or $640 US. Yeah, and you've got all those bonuses. The links have come on the chat window, and I would encourage everyone to quickly get in there, because again, this is just for the first 10 buyers. Reet is asking, is it compulsory to learn both?
No. So basically, it's up to you. So we actually only generally organize level 1 for people. And then when people are ready, they will say, I want to learn. And then that's how our classes are. And that's how all our classes are. Only when people are ready to do level 2, they go for level 2. And we do have higher levels up to 5. And so basically, it's by request.
Okay.
So, Miracle Method itself is taught in level 1. However, we encourage people to learn level 2 as well, because in level 2 we teach them how to clear or how to deal with any form of negativity. And when there is negativity, we have seen it blocks healing. So if they learn 1 and 2, they are complete in their healing. However, it's like their journey, so it's up to them whenever they feel ready as well. Okay. But 1 and 2 makes them fully competent to take the world on.
Okay. Pooja, I think, had a question. Pooja, can you unmute yourself? I think she had a question. Yeah. She's finding it hard to type. Yeah, Pooja, tell us, what was the question you had?
Actually, I want to know that I have a very, very poor eyesight. And if it will be written stuff and it will be in form of PDF or some this thing, then I won't be able to do the course. I want to know because बहुत स्ट्रेन पड़ता है पढ़ने से, और बहुत बर्निंग भी है आईज में, इचिंग भी है, तो आईज वीक भी है बहुत. I won't be able to read if it's in the written form. The course I'm talking about.
Charts, so Pooja, we have charts. I'll share you our chart.
So it's not written material that you have to read. There is nothing such like that.
Like,
it's
will
like
the class
more of a practical class. So, and Miracle Method, I will teach you in 15 minutes. The rest of the day, we only practice and we teach you how to work on yourself, how to work on others. So it's more of a practical class. However, still you work on a chart, and Brenda is just pulling out and showing you how the chart looks.
So will I be able to learn it? I mean, if I have weak senses, थोड़े बहुत senses weak हो गए हैं because of the stress, concentration poor हो गई है because of some stress in life, too much stress in life. So will I be able to learn?
I will teach you and you will be able to learn for sure. And then you must learn, because then what we do is we do a backup. We give you support after the course, in which we do group healings. So you will benefit a lot. So you will see that you will start improving.
Okay.
Yeah, and the entire, we create a support group. So not only we support you, the entire group will support you.
Okay.
Because our idea is not only teaching you and leaving you. We are, both me and Brenda, we have a vision of developing a community where you can ask people. So you can ask for healing on the group itself as well.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So the moment you put a request,
if I learn,
like
will I be
20
able
people
to?
will jump to heal you. 20 people minimum will jump to heal you. So you can
Wow.
imagine. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. I just wanted to know, will it be able to heal my eye issue? Like my retina and cornea is damaged. Right eye ka cornea and the retina, both are damaged.
So I have done for a old one of my students' father who had retina pigmentosa, which is also a degeneration of eye. So we worked on that, and his vision, he had totally gone blind, and usually it happens in one eye, so one eye goes. In his case, it happened in both the eyes and both went. And he was also nearing 80. So even I was thinking, like, because at an older age, the regeneration is very slow. So even I was thinking, like, what will happen with him? But when we worked on him, 20% vision came back.
Wow.
And because of that, he's able to do his personal stuff by himself.
Okay.
The necessary stuff. So, so not that I'm not saying that he improved 100%, but he improved, and that happened very fast. Not like months of work. It didn't happen. I think we did 3 sessions for him, and the 20% eyesight came back. Now my student is still, she continues to maintain that she works on him off and on.
Okay.
All by distance. This person lives in Bangalore.
Okay.
So I never met the person. I've never seen him. All by knowing his name, with Miracle Method, we are able to tap into his energy. So yes, you will benefit a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Most welcome.
Charu, could you share the dates for the levels?
Yes.
Yeah, so we are working on the dates of, sorry, 1 minute. Let me just, I just have to find it. So we're working on the dates of 29th and 30th of August, 11 a.m. India time to 2 p.m. And that's on 2 days. So we've broken up the class for people who feel they don't want to, have 6 hours of learning. And then we have it on the 13th of September from 11 to 5.
Okay.
That's a straight this. And level 2, so those people who learn 29th and 30th will learn level 2 on 5th and 6th of September. Again,
3 hours
each, 11 to 2, 3 hours. And then on the 20th of September, it's level 2 again, 11 to 5 a straight.
Okay.
Now, I know there are some US clients. So what we do is we work with the US clients when they register, and we'll work on times that are suitable to them. So we will do that for US clients as well.
Okay, I know there was a
they will have a separate class. Yeah, I saw that. So we will, when they sign up, they will actually work on that as well.
That's great. That sounds really good. I just want to highlight to everyone that while sessions are really attractive as well, but I think when I look at the math, the course works out to be so much better, because while I'm doing the course, I get healed in the process. I can raise all kinds of things, issues during the group sessions. I can raise issues for my family as well during those sessions, I'm sure, and practice and get those resolved in the process as well. I just want to highlight to everyone once again, the offers are for the first 10 buyers. So I'm going to request the team to quickly put in, I know that a whole bunch of people have already done transactions, but I've lost track now. But I'm sure there's still, I'm going to request Amrish to keep it open for a little while longer, because I think some people may be in the middle of transactions as well right now. So if you want to get in, the links are already on the chat. So level 1 for the first 10 buyers is 22,000, and that's $335 US. Level 1 and 2 for the first 10 buyers is 42,000. That's $640 US. Payment links are there. Yeah, Pooja, I'm asking Amrish to keep it open for a little bit longer. Yeah, Sheetala. And if anyone has any issues with the transaction process, etc., do get in touch with Amrish on 98203 42288. Yeah.
So basically, Ruchira, so people need to book in advance because if they want to get onto the 29th and 30th class, because we actually courier a pendulum and a manual to each person. Within India, it is free, of course, but out of India, there will be a charge. So we will speak to the person directly and we will sort that out when it's out of, out of India.
Okay.
Because there's a charge applied to that as well.
Okay. I think Pooja had a question again.
And
Yeah,
also
Pooja.
Prasanna had actually asked, like, we were talking about eyes and he was asking that we both have eyes, we are wearing specs. But you know what, really, actually, the truth is, we don't have a number. We just want to look studious. Just saying.
Yeah, we haven't worked on ourselves on our eyes, for sure.
Okay, if anyone has any questions, you can raise them right now, or you can raise them in the Telegram group to Brenda and Charu, and they're around to answer those questions for the next today and tomorrow as well. But obviously the first 10 offer for the first 10 people will not be there tomorrow, so get in there today on that. And I'm going to request before everyone starts, because I think people have been waiting for the bonus gift.
And for having faith in us. No. There's absolutely no intention in that. It's good. It's good fun. So shall we do that bonus? Or you kept them hanging on too long, Richie?
No. Type a yes, everyone. If you want that bonus, type a yes now. If you're in the middle of a transaction, complete the transaction and then type a yes. Dolly is asking, can she share the link with
Yes,
your
sure.
friends? Yes, of course, Dolly. And ask your friends to subscribe to the Mystic Lotus so they can avail such things more often. Okay, we've got lots of yeses.
So you're
I'm
going to tell
definitely
them what the
looking forward.
bonus is?
No, you should tell them. The bonus is from you. I'm just here to receive.
To receive the bonus as well. So basically, we thought, we are very grateful for all of you all showing up, for listening, taking time out of your space, and actually just showing up to listen to us. And what we would like to actually give to all of you all is a group money manifestation session for all of you all. How does that sound, Ruchi?
That sounds fantastic.
Nice.
Yes to more monies.
Yes, obviously, of course. At this time, who knows, we can actually manifest for anyone who wants to do the course as well.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
a bonus before, right?
Absolutely.
How awesome is that?
That would be absolutely amazing.
Okay, so what I would like everyone actually to do is actually think about what they would like to manifest in this session for us. You don't have, if you like, you can type it. So, telling it out to the universe is great. Obviously, it's like if you put, I want $1 million, that is possible, but it's what you believe you can achieve. And so that's what it should be. It should be believable to you, right? So if everyone would like to type, or they can actually hold the intention in, so it would be good.
Yeah, I'm ready to type.
Yeah, I was waiting. I want to see what you typing.
I just have been replying privately to a whole bunch of people, so I have to change the settings.
So while everyone types, we're just going to start on our work. So it would be nice to see, yeah, it's cool. Oh, a Las Vegas trip. Even I want to go. I was planning a Las Vegas trip in this June, but it didn't happen. I don't even know when it's going to happen.
I have this dream farm in my head that I've been wanting for a long time.
Awesome. What's going to be on the farm? A healing farm? Then you need to call us on that healing farm.
Absolutely. Healing and lots of good food.
Oh, yeah. Organic, vegetarian food.
Yes. Oh, I quite like that. Somebody's written financial and emotional abundance.
They're just going to make themselves in vibration of that $1 million.
Yes to all of these and more.
Okay, we're done. We did a group manifestation, and since we worked on money, then obviously this it could turn up in the next few days or few months or tomorrow or the next 24 hours. I don't know. So it'd be nice if people message on the group to acknowledge if what kind of, who knows, Ruchira, your farm might show up.
But most of the people will see the shift within 2 to 6 days for sure.
That'll be fabulous. I will shout from the rooftops if I get that farm now. when I get that farm. Thank you so much, Charu. Thank you so much, Brenda. It's been fabulous to have you. So much to witness all this, all these miracles is always so wonderful.
Thank you, Ruchira, and thank you everyone for actually being with us and on this journey and sharing our talents and working on our vision of a healer in every house. So thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks. We will close here for today. And in case anyone, I just want to repeat, in case anyone has any trouble with the transactions, etc., just get in touch with Amrish, 98203-42288. Yeah. You can be on the Telegram group for the next today, tomorrow, to chat with Brenda and Charu if you want to check about anything. About the course, about anything else, or the sessions. The session pricing is fantastic right now. So I'm going to request the team to quickly put up the payment links one more time, just in case people missed the links. So we give them a couple of minutes to avail of the offers. Amrish is being very, very generous today, and so are Brenda and Charu. So the links are here once again, in case you missed. You can get in quickly and book your sessions or book your program with them. The program sounds like it feels like it's a no-brainer to take the program. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Brenda. Thank you so much, Charu.
Thank you, Ruchira. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Pooja. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Good night and good day in the US.
Yeah. Bye, Rupal. Bye.
Bye-bye. Pooja, I'll ask somebody from the team to call you if there's anything that you wanted to check. We have your number. We'll call you. Yeah. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.